Carthage must be destroyed. Round 2. Maybe these next few battles will go a little bit more smoothly than that first one did, and maybe, just maybe, before King Romulus dies, because we're extremely worried about him. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Old World in our Early Access series. As I mentioned at the end of the last episode, King Romulus is severely ill, and he could die any turn, really. I'm not sure if... We haven't really been getting notifications on the deaths of some of the supporting characters, like the Queen, or our mother, or our brother. We haven't gotten notifications of any of their deaths, which is odd. There might be notifications along the very bottom, but as I've said, they're hard to spot. I don't think I've gotten those, though. I don't think even those have popped up. There certainly haven't been any pop-up notifications. But I would imagine with the King, we're going to know a little bit more that that's happening. So we got some notifications from last time. These are good reminders. Let's see. Yes. The fish is at rest. We did gain a discontent level in Rome, so we'll have to do a festival for them soon. We discovered forestry. We finished a quarry, trained a warrior in Beneventum, and Sulpicia was born. Yay. All right, let's go ahead and end the year. Carthage's turn. Your doctors and diviners have warned you that the end is near. Time to get your affairs in order. Okay, so the game is... Oh, Hatsunu is now ill. Hatsunu is the princess. Like, literally the soon-to-be queen of Rome. Appius' wife. Look at these identical families. There is a good amount of portrait variety so far. Spurius is looking handsome. Caeso Fabius, Sulpicia, and Clodia look the same. So there's some variety, and I think they're adding more. I know they're working on baby portraits right now, so I would imagine by the time the game is out, we're going to see a lot more variety in terms of the portraits of the characters. But there are a few repeats, and this is funny to have these two side by side. But if she's ill, hopefully she'll get better, because she's not that old. How old is she? Yeah, she's 26. She needs to stay alive. All right, tactics studies. Now that Spurius has completed his study of tactics, how shall he contribute to the court? What role best suits him? So we can go with commander, which, let's see here. So discipline would be additional gold. Courage would be additional training. Okay, so this could potentially be... Well, he's a tactician, so I think... As a leader, we get +1 reveal range, no extra unit consumption costs. I think I do want to go with commander. I like that +1 fatigue limit. So let's do that. Now, I think I have some options that I can pursue here as well. Let's first of all heal this unit. I don't think I can... Why did you switch away? Why did you pull that Civilization 6 move on me and take me away from the unit that I had selected? That was rude. Okay, so since I gave them an order, I can't promote them, but there are some other units that I can promote. Notice that the costs are getting up there, though, so let's take a quick look. All right, so we have Combat 1, which would give additional strength in general. Shield Bearer would give strength versus ranged. Fierce would give strength versus infantry. One distinction I've become aware of recently is the distinction between infantry and melee. Infantry is a broader category that covers foot soldiers, whether they are ranged or not, and of course melee is a subset of infantry. So sometimes you'll see bonuses across infantry, and sometimes you'll see bonuses for melee. I don't believe that that is a distinction that is as evident in Civ 6, if the UI makes it at all. So it's a good level of detail that this game has, but it can be confusing when you first see it. I figured that out in some offline play. So yeah, let's just go with Combat 1 for that group. And then we have this unit that needs to move over here. Remember, when King Romulus dies, we are going to need to build up legitimacy again. Right now, his legitimacy is 82. The transition to a new king will mean that we won't make as many orders per turn anymore, which makes me sad. It does. It makes me sad. All right, let's go ahead and move you here, so you're kind of on the front line, and then we can pass the rest of your turn. You guys, we don't have enough training. We just used most of it. So let's pass your turn for the time being. Oh, wow. Promotion for you would be super cheap. So do you have any promotions right now? No, you don't. Yeah, let's go ahead and do Fierce for you as well. That's handy. First promotions. Yep, you pass the rest of your turn. As Roma grows, it sets the standard for progressive ideals. City leaders have convened to propose reforms meant to raise up the lower classes, public offices, better wages, safer jobs. Such policies will provide opportunities for citizens across Roma. What reforms will be the most beneficial? So this is a culture event. So we've hit the next threshold in Rome. So we can improve the conditions of workers and gain additional training. We can create more specialized jobs and get a free farmer. Or we can open opportunities for public office and immediately reduce discontent by 60. We're at war with Carthage, but we've got a good number of troops on the border, and I don't know that I'll necessarily need more yet. So I'm kind of tempted to open opportunities for public office, but I'm also still tempted towards improving the conditions of workers. Not sure. Let's go with the training, just because that'll help me level up my units a little bit faster and keep them from dying unnecessarily. I don't like losing units, and losing that first one was annoying. So, nights can be long when you bear the mantle of leadership. However, one evening, as you lie in bed, half asleep, you experience a flash of insight, something bold, something that will improve the lives of your subjects. So this is because King Romulus has 2 wisdom. Write it down and unveil it in the morning. So we could acquire a random technology or sell the idea. Yeah, let's definitely get a random technology. We discovered citizenship. Cool. So that unlocks the courthouse, the ministry and the palace, and apparently unlocks new laws as well. We don't have the civics points to enact them, but we have the option to go between monotheism and polytheism, and then professional army or volunteers. Once we have built up the civics for that, we're making 30 civics per turn. So in 2 turns, 2 years, if you want to look at it that way, we will have that ability. Yeah, King Romulus is on his last leg here. Sad to say. All right, so we could do a lumber mill right next to Antium. That's probably a good idea. Let's go ahead and do that. Because we don't have a lot of wood income, and we need to fix that. Right now we don't have any wood income, and we still need to increase our metal income. So we can build a mine here. We can add a road here, interestingly enough. I thought we already did. I need that mine first. So what we're going to do is we're going to build the mine. Because again, we need the metal income more than anything. There's a mine opportunity here too. So let's do it. Okay, so what have you built here? Oh, it's a hamlet. I don't think it has textures yet, but it's a hamlet. So the hamlet is in place. And remind me what the hamlet does? Upgrades to a village. Doesn't the hamlet provide a certain boost? Hang on. I wish I could actually mouse over. I think Quill was having this issue the other day. Like, I want to be able to mouse over the item on the list and see what it does for me. And I can't. Unless, hang on. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this works well enough because I have the option still of pointing to this. So, adjacent theaters and baths plus 10% upgrades to village in 20 years. Oh, cool. So it upgrades automatically. I like that a lot. Adjacent theaters and baths. So we also have the option of building a courthouse in town. We can build a shrine of Vulcan here, courthouse here. I think it's time to build a courthouse, honestly. Let's go ahead and get you over there. I can't force move the worker, unfortunately, so he can only get that far, but we're going to have a courthouse there before long. It's because we're out of orders. So let's end the year. Our old ruler is now dead. Now begins the reign of King Appius Fabius the New. Long live the king. So his cognomen is the New, meaning what? Okay, that means he's new. He's got nothing to his name. End of an era. Messengers from the capital bring news of King Romulus the Wise's death. All of Rome mourns with the royal family. Hail King Appius Fabius the new and rightful king of Rome. Long live King Appius Fabius the new. Okay, so we can choose a city governor, which would give additional training in Rome, or we can have Lucilla Fabia, who is our older sister, be governor of Rome, which, I mean, that would mean less growth. I like the idea of more training, but I also like the idea of more science. I've been pursuing a lot of science, though, so let's have Appius be the governor. I like the idea of more growth, is what I meant. I like the idea of more training, more growth. I think I said science, but we've been pursuing more science, so I prefer the alternative. It's time to choose your next ambition. So this is a legacy ambition, because I think that was an ambition for our previous ruler. So I'm guessing that we still get to complete it, even though we're now pursuing one of our own, which is kind of cool. So we can stockpile 2,000 training. We did just build a considerable amount towards that, so let's... Or we can do 4 granaries or 4 courthouses. I feel like we're going to be burning our training a good bit right now, since we're possibly going to be at war with Babylon. I would hope not to be, but... We could build 4 different courthouses. Let's do that. Let's build 4 different courthouses. Not even quite sure what courthouses do yet. All right, so now we're getting a suggestion to build the courthouse in a different spot. Interestingly enough. So it's an urban building, cost me 2 stone per year, and it will give me additional 1.8 civics per turn. Okay. Courthouse there. I think I just tabbed away from the scout by accident. Yeah, matter of fact, I haven't given him orders for a couple of turns. I'm not sure why. I might have accidentally told him to... Okay, good. Might have accidentally told him just to sit still a few turns back when I meant to just skip the rest of his turn or something. Our explorers discover a cache of yellowed star charts in the ruins. The former inhabitants must have been a tribe of great navigators who should receive these charts. So we could gain an additional scout, or we can get a great scientist. Our astronomers are in need of inspiration. Let's go ahead and get that great scientist. That seems like a really good idea. I'm going to head back this direction because I want to see what's over here. I've already uncovered a good amount of land here, including a city site. I want to know what's over here too, because this is where we get through the mountains. And if there are more cities to be founded out here, I want to know. I want to know. All right, so we need to control 4 courthouses, but let me tab between my different units here. Yeah, I can promote you for a relatively little cost. Let's promote you to just combat 1. Okay, and then this slinger, I could technically train them. They already have guard 1 and combat 1. I'm kind of tempted to start pushing forward with these units. Let's see what happens if we... Oh, interesting. It's actual combat if we fight against the workers. Is that so? I was expecting something like Civilization 6 where... Oh, that's interesting. All right, well, in that case... All right, so that worker's done. And then we have this spearman unit with the general. So it looks like a mounted unit, but it's a spearman unit that we want to move to... Let's keep him in the back. Get a slinger up here. All right, looks like there's a city right here that I'm going to need to conquer relatively soon. I kind of like the idea of having this slinger up here so they can't see me. Okay, looks like I'm not actually hidden in those woods. So I made the attempt there to move them into trees as opposed to shrubs, which is a mistake I made in the past. God, this game is pretty up close. It's pretty far away, too. It's very nice. Did I turn motion back this real quick? I did. We're running on a 2080 Ti now, so the motion blur that I had turned off earlier in the series, yeah, it's looking pretty good. is now back on, which applies mainly when you're, I think it kind of applies when you're dragging the map around. I don't know. There's not much of a motion blur effect right now, to tell you the truth, but it's there. It exists. Okay. Old ruler's dead. Yep. By the way, you're a commander, right? So, all right, so this is our heir, Faustus Fabius. He's 5. Queen is still ill, which makes me sad. All right, let's end the year. Here's Carthage's turn. They are moving their units back into place. King Appius Fabius the New has gained experience, so we can upgrade +1 discipline. We can add strict. He is a governor right now. Yeah, let's do that. Extra experience for all of our units. That could come in handy. All right, professional army or volunteers. Rome is in need of a decision regarding its military training. Some in court support the creation of a professional army, while others wish to rely on volunteer fighters. What is our decision? Lasting security is bought with gold. So this is the opportunity to choose a new law. So let's open the law screen. And we either say professional army or volunteers. So we have medium training upkeep in either case. Fabii, I would like it if we volunteered. And it looks like infantry would train a little bit faster. Let's go ahead and do a professional army. Yes. Let's pass that law. I like it. I like it. Okay, so now we're going to keep looking over here as planned. Let's move you. Ooh, barbarians. Okay, good to know. You can move a few more times, so let's back you the heck off. All right, so I think I should be able to hit those guys with this slinger from here. Yep, I can. All right, so let's now get... Hang on, we're going to move this general up here because there's a hilltop. That's a good position to have that general on while we have the opportunity. Let's go ahead and attack. Well, first of all, I'm assuming adjacency bonuses might be a factor. So I'm going to attack with the general's unit first. Nice. Let me also go ahead and position you right here. And then, of course, we have this cavalry unit as well. So if you kill a unit, you get an additional attack. That's the way that you work. So do a little bit of damage there. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to ride here. All right. That's that. Okay, so maybe an additional attack, but not an additional move. Because I'm not seeing that. Yeah, there's no indicator of an additional move here. But I think we can attack with these guys. Looking at this is an even match, but... Oh no, we've already attacked with them. Okay. I stand corrected. I remember that. That was actually the first attack that we did. Okay. Let's end the year. All right, so they backed off that warrior. Going a little bit better this time, thankfully. They are moving other warriors in. News has arrived from abroad that Queen Dido the Good of Carthage is dead. A new ruler, King Osrubal the New, has taken the throne. The Apadana has been completed by Egypt. Very interesting indeed. Okay, so... This is a general backing up this slinger. So there's a couple things I can do here. Let's first of all do that. Yeah, these guys are actually stronger. I'm looking at attack strengths here. Yeah, the spearman is the one that really needs to move. So let's put you... I know I had him on top of that hilltop for a reason, but I'd rather my strongest unit attack these slingers right now. Now, if I move you into position, will you finish those guys off? That's the question. Yep. Beautiful. Okay. So now we have these units to fight, and it looks like they're trying to heal up. So let's move you here. And attack. So this is the city of Gades. We'll be taking that before long. And we, of course, have this warrior, which is still on the way. Can you upgrade yet? No. Because we are low on iron. We're doing better, but iron is struggling. We need to get that resource up. In a year or two, we should have more iron. I'll take a look at that in a moment. But we just need to get this worker here for now, and those are our orders for the time being. Okay, so where are my mines? We've got a miner specialist already. 5 years until the pyramids are done. Food-wise, we're okay. I like that it shows you what the city is contributing here, even though it shows the overall surpluses and shortages along the top. It tells you that Rome is helping by a certain amount in certain areas. So let's go ahead and put you here, because I like the science and training per year. So we're building an apprentice specialist there. And then Ostia also needs some love. Yep. Specialist miner is going to take 4 years, unfortunately. But we're still building a few other mines, I believe. A large fiery body streaks across the heavens, visible from every corner of the nation. Scholars wonder if this phenomenon heralds a bright new age, or if it acts as a sign of dark times to come. How do we wish to address this cosmic event? So we can say special coins to commemorate the event. So this is a culture event in not Beneventum, but the city's name is blurred. I can't remember the name of our second city right now, but it's in our second city that we founded over here. So special coins to commemorate the event. Feed the poor to stave off a higher judgment. Or prepare for a war that is surely prophesized. I like prosperous. Governor +5 per culture level. Let's do that. Making plenty of money. So yeah, and Antium. I don't know why I couldn't remember that, but I couldn't. A formal declaration of war has arrived from Babylonia. Okay. Our informant appears to have been correct. We have been preparing. Time to call up the militia. In addition to our research efforts, we have been training for this war. I mean, I do need to move some units back if we're going to be fighting on two fronts here. Interesting that this has happened right here. We've already been at war with Carthage, and I was hoping to kind of wrap up the war with them first and then move my units back to the other side. So we're going to have to split our forces now. With that in mind, let's go ahead and get some additional training to make that a little bit easier. Now, I can't actually move any more units because I've done everything I can this turn. So, let's end the year and see how terribly this goes. What? Oh, okay, there's a hidden slinger unit right there. They're getting attacked. But I think they survived. Good, we get a free Hestatus in Roma, and I definitely want to do that. Obvious reasons. Okay, yeah, there they are. I'm going to go ahead and move this unit back. I'm going to spend a good amount of orders, in fact, to make that happen. We're going to move them back here to Beneventum. So this is another general. They've got a couple of generals. They're well equipped in terms of their leader units. Here, that's from a hilltop, so I can throw from a little farther away. That's pretty cool. Move you here. Move you here, I think. And then if we hit Gades, that's going to be a certain amount of damage. See, we still need to take the city, but I want to annihilate these forces first. And I want to do it quickly. Let's see if we can. Okay, so that's the end of. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's not. So we need to use our chariot. Okay, that's the end of that unit and that general. Again, when I kill with a chariot, I should get an additional... Yeah, hang on, let's look at this. Rout. Can rout after combat. When killing units, advances and can attack again. I guess it just has to be... Can I force move you? Nope. It has to be an adjacent unit. That's how it works. Interesting. All right, so we've already attacked with you. We have these guys that I want to do some damage against. Could be one of Carthage's last defenses. And then we might be able to just overrun them. Yeah, let's focus on attacking Gades. This is going to take a good amount of the city's health away. It'll hurt my unit too. But that's okay. You guys need to heal for a bit. And you guys can help with Gades Q. God, look how far they were able to move in one turn because I had the orders to do it. That's crazy. I like it, though. I like it a lot. All right, so this slinger's done training. Are we at war with the Numidians? No. We have a truce. All right, so I can promote this unit to garrison. He's going to be fighting defensively. That's fine by me. Antium, you've got level 1 discontent. Which, does discontent start at level 1 or 0? I think it starts at level 1, so I don't think that's actually a problem. Let's train a settler in Antium, because we need to send someone up through that mountain pass. And then we have this worker that's just finished up. I probably need to train a slinger here, obvious reasons. We don't have the iron, unfortunately, to train better units. We're going to have to wait on that, although we do have iron income now, which is nice to see. Okay, and on that note, we've got a war with Babylonia on the horizon, but we're also about to conquer Carthage. We'll see how the conquest mechanics work. We're about to take Gades. Carthage is down here. I think we've pretty much eliminated their defensive front. I think this is their last unit. We'll find out in the next turn for sure. I think they would have thrown more at us if they had more. But once we have finished off these units, it's just a matter of taking this territory, assuming that we can. We will probably peel some units back to be able to fight against Babylon. And that could give us the ability to expand over here if we end up taking some of their cities. But for now, I'm considering this a defensive war. Until we control, perhaps, we might go to war again with the Numidians and take some of these sites that would allow us to expand in the future. So that's kind of on the horizon. And then, of course, we have this expansion to do up here as well. Lots going on. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome.